Hey guys, Deva here with another exciting video. A few weeks ago I made my first speedrun breakdown and I'm not going to repeat the whole introduction to this kind of videos, so be sure to check it out if you're interested. Short said, in speedrun there is so much things happening in frames of a second and creative setups which I'm going to explain step by step, so you have a better image of what's actually going on or use that knowledge for your own improvement in Hans. Even though it didn't get much views at all, everyone who watched it enjoyed it and asked for more, so I'm going to definitely continue with this series, so you can support it by sharing it around because speedrun related videos don't get much love from YouTube algorithm. Today I will break down a friend who happens to be one of the best and most creative Greatsword speedrunners, and there is of course more top tier runners like Predator, Ole and many more. So link me any technical and creative runs you want to be covered on my Discord. Grimdog is a very underrated speedrunner and every single one of his runs an amazing masterpiece, so expect more runs of him explained. All his runs are sub 2s or even lows 130s, which are world record times for melee weapons or even close to HPGs, and basically as fast as it gets with the current DPS available. He really wanted me to cover his Ebony Dagoran run, but for now I picked his latest run against Gold Rathian because I'm a huge fan of Sleep Greatsword in speedruns, but also get satisfied seeing Rathians getting completely destroyed, but you can probably tell by my latest videos. Without saying much more, let's get to the speedrun breakdown, starting off with this build. As you can see, he upgraded the Sleep Greatsword for 2x sharpness to reach purple because it gets a tiny % increase on damage over 2 extra attack upgrades. He doesn't run Master's Touch but put 2 Handicraft in addition, which grants him another 20 hits. So 40 hits of sharpness, even though he finished off Gold Rathian in about 20 hits. This was his first clear ever though, so there is a lot of more optimization that can be done, but that's how speedrun works. You get a fast run, you think it can't get faster, then you rewatch it and instantly see, oh, could have done that difference, saving more time. He went with a resentment build and I assume since it's 5 more raw than peak performance or has better slots. I really didn't ask him anything about his run, I just watch runs and I usually have enough experience to know what's going on, but I'm probably gonna miss a lot of micro things, I guess. Earplugs 5 is by far the highest DPS on Greatsword if you don't go with Rocksteady, because getting a whole true charge slash combo during a roar, it's like having a free 30% damage boost on a whole run. Damage doesn't matter in games as much as DPS does. Focus 3 is also a must-have since it allows you to charge up much faster, and on casual hunting even 2 are okay to use. As for metals, he went with Evasion, which gives you a 30% damage boost when you dodge an attack, and Apothecary, which allows you to apply status on every single hit of your weapon, but I will explain that later when we are on the sleep wake up part. He starts off the run by equipping 2 dunk pots, which will play a pretty important role in the run. Also puts his Apothecary mantle on and rolls forward because it shortens the pathway where your character has to crawl by like 1 second. To not lose time, he shoots Meteor Dunk Pot, which is used to pull Gold Rathian. Monsters respond to sound, and if they can't see the player, they will go to the spot you threw a rock or whatever at. Then he uses a smoke bomb to hide from Gold Rathian so it doesn't engage him and goes to the spot he wanted. Playing the Palico Horn with the hope to get that attack up buff, which is a 15% damage boost I think. Capcom shouldn't have added such a major damage boost as an RNG factor in first play, but okay Capcom, we forgive you. Pulling the lever and the boulder knocks down Goldian while it still didn't see him. First thing it does is of course tenderize the head because you get so much more damage affinity, and especially Goldian has a shitty hits on value on the head before breaking it. Now just casually doing damage, and after Goldian gets up it will do 2 roars. One for engaging him since it didn't see him before, and one for enraging it since it did enough damage to agitate the monster. Goldian has a 1.2 enrage modifier, which means he takes now 20% more damage from absolute any damage source. And here comes the earplugs in action. Imagine someone would say I'd rather have 5 agitator, and yeah, he would gain maybe 100 more damage in the hunt. Earplugs here allows him to land a whole true charge slash combo, which is over 2000 damage, and that's why I said before, comfort skills that allow you to just do an extra hit are bigger boosts than any raw skill can give you. DPS over damage always. Capcom added the shitty annoying claggers when a monster flinches, which is getting used for his advantage here, preparing a charge slash, since a monster after the clagger animation goes into their original position back. And this is a hit that puts Gold Rathian to sleep. He calculated all the hits and amount of sleep he needed to happen exactly here. If you don't use Apothecary Metal, every hit has only a 33% chance to even deal status build up. So it will be completely random if it, when it happens or if it ever happens, and we don't want that in scripts. Apothecary Metal reduces your status, but therefore every hit applies status build up, so it's always gonna happen on the same amount of hits. Imagine how much calculation that takes to add in an efficient hunt and get the right values. He even ate for the full skill Failing Specialist, which gives you always 30 extra status. For the True Charge Slash to do good damage, the first hit of the TCS must also hit. So he timed it that well to just hit Goldian while it falls asleep but not waking it up. The wake up hits do double the damage, therefore we want the wake up hit to be the strongest one. In real hunts you of course can't do that, and that's why Blast is just much better than Sleep. If the first hit of the True Charge Slash doesn't hit, the damage is just bad of the final hit. And here hits for 3336 damage, and that's just insane. And even though Goldian slept and lost its enraged status, so 20% less damage right there, but it was worth the sacrifice because you technically gained 100% more damage for a single hit. That amount of damage was enough to instantly enrage it again, and while Cream uses that opening to land a True Charge Slash and switch to Evasion Mental, instantly dodges Gold Rathian backflip, so he gets the 30% damage boost for 20 seconds. He hits Rathian midair, and if you flinch a monster midair, they get dunked, which means they're going to stay on the ground for 10 seconds, and is the biggest natural opening. Goldians and almost every monster in the game has only about 1000 HP, so it's really easy to hit the threshold of the head. Cream uses instantly the second dunk pod to shortcut into a True Charge Slash. Luckily enough, Palico refreshes attack boost, even though it wasn't needed, but it's a nice to have, and with that shortcut he was able to get another True Charge Slash combo off. This claggers Goldian since it reached again the 1.2k head threshold HP, and he clutches on it to extend the clagger animation, so he buys time for himself to trank and put a pitfall down where he wants to finish it off. Now here is the last True Charge Slash combo, which wasn't even fully needed to capture Goldian. Goldian is capturable at 10% HP, which means that last little hit put him down to 2k HP. So even if it didn't capture right there, the last hit would have actually killed it. Gold and Silver Rathalos are mostly not worth capturing, and they're the only monsters in the game that are capturable at 10% HP, so in speedruns it's almost never worth. But like I mentioned before, this is his first clear, so he could easily trim the time down by a good amount. I get myself a lot of first try or first clear runs, but we usually don't bother going for them again as long as no one is able to beat our current time to keep up competition and not put the limits or standards low, causing the motivation for other runners. But I get the frustration of RNG also in a run, and getting a clear is a very great relief, trust me. Mostly good enough to just stop there and you see no other faster time, you just keep for now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if so, be sure to leave a like and comment if you would know what's happening without an explanation. Also be sure to visit Creamdog's channel for more amazing runs like this, and of course subscribe to both of us. This video will probably not get a lot of views, so I appreciate it a lot if you do any kind of support, like sharing it around, or check the description for other ways you can support myself. With that said, I wish you all a nice day and happy hunting, guys.